The day Deathworlders decided to stop pretending to be friendly any longer, Ambassador. Thomas straightened his tie as he prepared to enter the Galactic Council chambers. For 30 years, humanity had played by their rules. For 3 decades, they had bowed and scraped, made concessions, and pretended to be less than they were. Today, that charade would end. "Are you certain about this course of action?" asked Diplomat Reed, her eyes betraying concern behind her practiced, neutral expression. Thomas nodded once, firmly. "The vote is today. If they deny Earth membership, again, we proceed as planned." The Galactic Council chamber was a marvel of alien architecture, a perfect dome with 1,000 seats arranged in concentric rings, each occupied by representatives of the various species that comprise the so-called civilized galaxy. Humans were relegated to observer status at the back. High Counselor Vox, a tall, willowy being with translucent skin, called the session to order. "We shall now vote on the petition of the humans for full council membership." Thomas watched without expression as the voting proceeded. One by one, the major powers registered their decisions. Deny, deny, deny. He wasn't surprised. Earth had been classified as a death world, a planet with such harsh conditions that its natives were considered inherently dangerous and unpredictable. The galaxy feared what they did not understand. When the final tally appeared, 891 against admission, 109 in favor, Ambassador Thomas stood. This was unprecedented. Observers were never permitted to speak during formal proceedings. "Point of order," he said, his voice carrying through the chamber despite its enormous size. Vox looked scandalized. "The humans have no speaking rights in this chamber." "I believe you'll find that we do," Thomas replied calmly, activating his tablet. Throughout the chamber, every screen and display flickered, then showed the same document, the complete plans for the Galactic Council's supposedly impenetrable security systems, along with detailed schematics of their defense network. "What is the meaning of this?" demanded Counselor Zun of the Tellurian Collective. Thomas smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. "For 30 years, we've pretended to be what you wanted us to be. Docile, unthreatening, grateful for any scraps from your table, but we've been watching, learning, preparing." A murmur swept through the chamber as Ambassador Thomas continued walking toward the central platform. And strangely, no security personnel moved to stop him. "You call Earth a death world, as if it's a mark of shame. You fail to understand that what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. While you were voting, human ships took control of every defense hub in this sector. Right now, we control your communications, your defenses, your infrastructure." Panic began to spread through the chamber. "This is an act of war," shouted one counselor. Thomas shook his head. "No, this is a renegotiation of terms. Had you simply admitted us as equals, we would have been the most loyal allies you could imagine. Instead, you chose to treat us as lesser beings." He reached the center platform and pressed a button on his wrist device. The chamber's massive view screen activated, showing real-time footage of human warships in strategic positions throughout the sector, ships that, according to official records, did not exist. Humans have a saying, "Speak softly and carry a big stick." For 30 years, we spoke softly. Today, we're showing you the stick. Reed joined him at the platform, carrying a document. "This is our revised Treaty of Alliance. It acknowledges Earth as a founding member of a new galactic coalition, with equal status and rights to any other world." The chamber had fallen completely silent. "You should know," Thomas continued, "that we could have chosen a much different path. We could have conquered. Instead, we're offering partnership, genuine partnership. You feared us because we come from a harsh world, never realizing that such conditions breed not just strength, but compassion. Those who know true hardship understand the value of cooperation." High Counselor Vox's hands trembled as he accepted the document. "And if we refuse?" "We walk away," Thomas said simply. "We take our ships, our technology, and our resources, and we leave you to face the void alone. The hive approaches from the rim. You know this. Your analysts give you 50 years before they reach Council space. Without us, You won't survive them. Thomas wasn't bluffing. Human intelligence had confirmed the approach of a hostile collective consciousness from the galactic rim, information the Council had been hiding from lesser members. How did you know about the hive? Vox whispered. We have our methods, Thomas replied. More importantly, we have solutions. Deathworlders are remarkably good at surviving threats. It's what we do. The chamber remained silent as the implications sank in. Humans hadn't been infiltrating their networks for conquest. They'd been gathering intelligence about a threat the Council itself had hidden. Councillor Zun was the first to recover. I moved to accept the human proposal and form this coalition. The vote that followed was swift and unanimous. Not out of fear, though there was plenty of that, but from the dawning realization that humanity had shown remarkable restraint. They could have conquered but chose alliance instead. As Thomas and Reed left the chamber, Reed allowed herself a small smile. Quite the performance. Do you think they understand yet? Thomas shook his head. Not fully. They think today is the day we stopped pretending to be friendly. They don't yet realize that this is us being friendly. Heaven help them if they ever see us truly angry. Outside, the stars seemed to shine a little brighter. Humanity had finally taken its place among them, not as supplicants, but as equals. The Deathworlders had arrived, and the galaxy would never be the same.